Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hacienda. Rivet here. Today we're going to continue our culinary excursion through Sicily, and we're making Sicilian pasta alla Norma. I got the idea to make this pasta from this cookbook here, Culinaria Italy. Culinaria is a series of books, and just substitute the country, and they're just fantastic. I ran across this recipe in that book, and as I did my research online, I discovered that it is hands down the most popular dish in Sicily. If there is a regional dish, hands down, it's pasta alla Norma. And because of that, you can well imagine, there are as many variations of this pasta as there are nonnas in a Sicilian village. So anyway, it's all the same thing, variations on the theme, delicious stuff. What we got here is one eggplant, and we've cut it into little strips like this. We got fresh basil, torn up, I guess about a quarter cup. We got a generous tablespoon of sun-dried tomatoes in its oil. We got cheater's garlic here. I've got about a generous tablespoon. 3 diced Roma tomatoes, 1 diced white onion. We're going to use San Marzano crushed tomatoes again for the sauce, as well as this wonderful Sicilian lemon juice. We're going to need a little bit of butter. I got about a tablespoon, 2 pats, and we've got feta cheese. Now, the original recipe and a lot of the recipes call for ricotta salata, which is salted ricotta. Now they take regular soft ricotta, put it in a mold, press it for about 2 to 3 months, highly salted, and squeeze it, the juices out of it, and it comes out dry and kind of like a cylinder, and you can grate it. Now that's impossible to find here in the Midwest. And many of the recipes use feta cheese as a substitute, which I'm going to do here. So let's go ahead and get started. Over medium-high heat, we're frying up the eggplants in batches, and you see how nice and brown they've become. You want them like that, okay? And then what we're going to do is I got a oval plate over here with some paper towels, and we're going to skim these off and set them off there to drain. Now we're going to continue to do the rest of the eggplant in batches, so join me when that's done. Alright, so the eggplants are done. They're cooling off, and now we're going to saute the onions until they're translucent. Okay, the onions are translucent. Now we're going to add the garlic and continue to saute for a few minutes. Okay, the garlic's getting fragrant, so now we're going to add the tomatoes and half a can of these San Marzano tomatoes, about 14 ounces or so. Now here's something interesting. I forgot to mention that we're going to put salt in the recipe, of course. So I went in the cupboard and I found this is my sea salt. And I found out that it is from Sicily. So there you go, even better. So we're going to add a generous 2 teaspoons there. We're also going to add the basil and the sun-dried tomato. So now we're going to cook this down and make the sauce. Join me in a little while. After about, I'd say 7 to 10 minutes, you can see the tomatoes are starting to break down. That's good. We're going to add the butter. That's going to give it a nice sheen. Some of that Sicilian lemon juice, brighten it up a bit. And about 3 ounces of feta cheese. I got the water getting ready to boil for the pasta. We're going to stir this in and cook it for another 10 minutes. Alright, the pasta water is boiling. In this case we're going to use rigatoni, which is a very typical pasta shape for this dish. We're going to make about half a box. Okay, and while that cooks, remember the eggplant we fried? We're going to add about half of it to the Norma sauce. Okay, we're going to mix that in and get it warmed back up, and join me when the pasta is ready. Alright, so the pasta is done. Now we got it in the sauce. We're going to mix it up, and just like the last recipe, we're going to cook it over here for about 2 minutes, and then we're going to plate it. So join me and I'll show you how it's going to be served. Yum! Okay, here we go. We got pasta alla Norma. So now what we're going to do is, remember the rest of the eggplants, we're going to garnish it like so, all around and around. Okay, you can cut the eggplant strips a little longer if you'd like. You can make, I've seen it made into discs, any which way you want. I kind of like the idea of these small little french fry looking things. Okay, and there it's garnished. Now the next thing we do is, on top of that, you put some more feta cheese, or if you're lucky and you got ricotta salata, there you go. And finally, for beautification, some basil. Alright, so thanks for watching, people. Pasta alla Norma, the dish of Sicily. Welcome to Sicily, folks.